Nigeria is spending 712 billion naira, nearly $500 million, to completely rebuild the main terminal at Lagos International Airport. They are now renovating it. They are stripping it down to a skeleton and rebuilding it from scratch. This terminal was built in 1979, modeled after Amsterdam's Schiphol Airport. And in nearly 50 years, it has never once received a full-scale renovation. Over 4 million international passengers moved through it last year, a building designed for a fraction of that. So what exactly is Nigeria building at Africa's busiest international gateway? The Murtala Muhammed International Airport started life as a World War II military airfield in 1979. It was renamed after General Murtala Muhammed following his assassination. 3 years later, Nigeria opened a brand new international terminal, a serious, ambitious facility modeled after one of Europe's best airports at the time. That terminal was built to carry Nigerian aviation to the year 2000, and honestly, it carried it far beyond that. Through oil booms and busts, through military rule, democratic transition, through the explosive growth of Lagos into economic capital of West Africa, Terminal 1 kept the doors open. But by 2024, over 4.3 million international travelers were passing through a building designed for fewer than 200,000 a year. The structure showed decades of wear, significant degradation, reinforcement, corrosion, outdated systems at every level. The building had given everything it had. Now Nigeria is giving it something back. Nigeria didn't wait until now to start investing. In 2013, the government partnered with China's Export-Import Bank on a $500 million finance deal. The China Civil Engineering Construction Corporation, CCECC, was contracted to build a new terminals at 4 major airports: Abuja, Port Harcourt, Kano, and Lagos, with the 5th also going up in Enugu. Lagos Terminal 2 was the last to be delivered, completed in March 2022, a modern 4-story building with 66 check-in counters, 7 jet bridges, and a capacity of 14 million passengers per year. But one modern terminal next to a crumbling 47-year-old one creates a bottleneck, not a hub. The airport's road network, control systems, and cargo logistics still run through the old Terminal 1 complex. To unlock the full potential of what Terminal 2 started, Terminal 1 had to be brought into the 21st century. On July 31, 2025, the Federal Executive Council approved 712.26 billion naira to do exactly that, the largest single aviation investment in Nigeria's recent history. The contractor, CCECC, the same firm that built Terminal 2. At current exchange rate, the 712 billion naira is roughly $430 million to $450 million for a full-scale terminal reconstruction in a mega city of 20 million people. That's actually conservative by global standards. Cambodia's new Techo airport is costing $1.5 billion. Veteran aviation consultant Chris Alibe argued publicly that a proper world-class rebuild would require closer to 3 trillion naira. So what does the investment deliver? The Chinese company will strip Terminal 1 down to its core frame, reinforce the structure, and install entirely new mechanical, electrical, plumbing, HVAC, security, and baggage handling systems. A modern glass curtain wall replaces the old facade, automated e-passport gate, smart climate systems that adapt to passenger density in real time. Terminal 2 gets expanded too. The boarding finger and apron extended by 15,000 square meters to handle more wide-body aircraft. But the real transformation is connectivity. 2 new independent ring roads, one for departures, one for arrivals, a bridge connecting directly to Terminal 2's upper floor, a skywalk and connection building linking both terminals into one unified complex. On top of that, a 49 billion perimeter security system with 14.6 kilometers of smart fencing, intrusion detection, CCTV, and real-time command center, and 44 billion to upgrade runway lighting to CAT2 LED standards. enabling safe landing in low visibility conditions, including during Harmattan season. When it's done, the combined complex will handle approximately 17.6 million passengers annually. That's roughly 4 times the current traffic, not an incremental improvement, a generational leap. Here's what makes this project structurally different from Terminal 2. That project was financed by a Chinese government loan Nigeria is still repaying. This one is funded entirely domestically through the Renew Hope Infrastructure Development Fund, financed by savings from the removal of petrol subsidy, no foreign loan, no extra borrowing. That means the project's timeline isn't dependent on foreign capital disbursement. Historically, one of the biggest causes of delay in Nigerian mega projects, and the accountability loop is entirely domestic. On February 23, 2026, barely a week before Terminal 1 plant shut down, the building caught fire. A blaze broke out in server room on the first floor and spread to sections of the 4th and the 5th floor. 15 people were trapped in control tower and evacuated by crane. 6 were injured, all survived in stable condition. Lagos airspace was actually temporarily shut down. But within hours, the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency activated backup systems and deployed mobile control towers. By shortly after midnight, Emirates and other aircraft were landing in Lagos again. The Senate Aviation Committee chairman said the agencies met expectation, real operational resilience under pressure. The fire also made the case for reconstruction more powerful than any press conference ever could. A single server room failure in a 47-year-old building should not be able to threaten the airspace of West Africa's largest city. The Terminal 1 is being designed so it never can again. The engineering challenge within the challenge: you don't shut down the main international terminal of a 22 million person mega city without a plan. FAN has built a purpose-designed 8,000 square meter temporary departure hall adjacent to Terminal 2, 20 check-in counters, 3 boarding gates, full security and baggage handling, VIP lounges, and capacity for 1,500 passengers at peak hours. Arrivals continue through Terminal 2. Cargo operations are completely unaffected. The terminal closure began in March 2026. Construction is projected to take 22 months. Federal Executive Council meeting approved runway rehabilitation at Port Harcourt and Kano, a 30-year PPP concession for Enugu Airport, and a combined 900 billion National Aviation Infrastructure Package. Lagos State separately has signed an agreement with Turkey's Summer Group to build an entirely new airport at Lekki Ekpe. Nigeria isn't rebuilding one terminal, it is rebuilding an entire aviation system. At the exact moment, the African aviation market is projected to become one of the fastest growing in the world. Airlines like Air Peace are launching long-haul international routes. Ethiopian Airlines has become the largest carrier on the continent. New airports are rising from Senegal to Tanzania. The infrastructure race is on, and Nigeria is investing at a scale that finally matches the size of its economy. In 1979, Nigeria opened an international airport terminal modeled after one of the best in Europe. It was a statement that this country was building for the world. 47 years later, that building is being taken down to its bones, not abandoned. It is being reborn. What rises in its place is designed for 17 million passengers a year, 2 terminals unified into one complex, smart systems, modern security, a genuine aviation hub for West Africa. Nigeria has a contractor, it has the funding model, it has the plan, and for the first time in its financing, built with its own money.